From Liechtenstein to Luxembourg, welcome and welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is your host, Galadon, and in today's episode, we look at some amazing 3-star attacks with what some would say is a questionable choice of hero pet pairings with the heroes, and specifically, I'm talking about the lizard. Yes, should be named Lizzie. That poison lizard seems to be the much maligned, much underused hero pet. And when you use it, well, it doesn't last long, as you'll notice that by the time I get through talking about creator code Galadon, the lizard is long gone. Yes, so the Warden Walk opened today's first attack from Tribe Gaming, and the lizard was paired with the Warden. That may seem like a curious or strange pairing, but you'll notice that what happens is it accelerates the Warden's destruction of many of those neighboring buildings right around the outside. Now here it was necessary for the Warden to help clear those buildings so that the Flame Flinger could work on its own for the rest of the attack. Now the Warden moves off and joins in with the Archer Queen, who in turn joins in with the E-Titans and the Bowlers as they've been funneled right through the middle by the Barbarian King on the right-hand side. So again, the Lizard probably only good for those times that you want quick damage right at the beginning. Also, the Lizard is in essence tanking for that Warden. A Warden Walk not nearly as solid as, say, an Archer Queen charge or walk, and that's why sometimes the Warden needs a little bit extra help, and a Lizard can be just what the doctor ordered when the Warden needs to stay alive and get those few buildings down just at the very beginning of the attack and provide a little bit of a funnel for, in this case, it was the Flame Flinger to go clockwise and everybody else to go counterclockwise and get into the core of the base. And of course, in this most annoying ring base setup that you don't see quite as often anymore, you gotta focus on your funnel, right? If you're not funneling, you are failing, because in a ring base, it's designed to get your troops to move around the outside. You'll notice that we went right through the core right here. And yes, the Queen is still looking good. She still has her healers even, thanks to a few extra balloons. Finally, the Flame Flinger deploys near the end of the battle, and this was an overpowering, not even close 3-star that all started out with a friendly poison lizard. Can I just say one more time that the poison lizard should be named Lizzie? Come on, Lizzie. Okay, here we go. Hertha from Tribe Gaming with a very similar start, because you can see we've got the Flame Flinger and we have the Warden Walk, the tanking being done by the Lizard. So you've got A, tanking from the Lizard, and 2, a nice little funnel taking out any defenses that were within striking range of the Flame Flinger. And then on the far left-hand side, you had a baby dragon, and you'll notice that makes for a nice little funnel for everybody, as now we're going to split up. The Flame Flinger going to continue on its way on the right-hand side, and the Warden will immediately go join the main attacking force here on the left as the Bowlers and the E-Titans head in towards the core. Barbarian King on the far left, and notice the group of balloons. It seems nonsensical, but actually it makes complete sense to get those balloons in towards the core to make sure the Seeking Air Mines don't wipe out the healers, because even though your walk is done, those healers are going to be massive splash heal value towards that ground group that are now fighting to get through all of the defenses in the core and eventually out the other side after the town hall. Huge freeze value from the Ice Golem that was in that group in the core. On the left-hand side, you can see the Phoenix is helping the King stay alive a little bit longer. On the right-hand side, the Flame Flinger is getting max value because nobody is touching it, because the opening Warden Walk was flawless. Now the Bowlers, they've kind of gone off to the right-hand side, and it seems like it's now just, again, like we see in so many of these tribe attacks, up to the heroes to get the rest of the job done. Archer Queen ability right about now, and she is going to annihilate the Town Hall and move on through the remainder of the Expos in the core, and eventually the Barbarian King as well. Royal Champion, yet again, is the late hero that comes in and just goes on her own virtually. Notice she has a little bit of cleanup behind her, but at that bottom left, she takes out the final Archer Tower, and at the top right, you've got the healers that are continuing to work on the bowlers and the Yetis, but this is just basically academic. The main reason we are looking at these attacks is to talk about the value that can be gained by using a curious lizard at the beginning. You'll almost always notice, however, if a Tribe Gaming member is using the lizard, it will come with the Grand Warden Walk and not with any other hero. The Archer Queen pretty much always brings the Unicorn. The Phoenix, everybody loves to pair it with the Barbarian King to get that longevity going. And then Diggy with the Royal Champion because she is just a hero in and of herself, and another beautiful 3-star. So let's move on. Again, watch the very beginning of the attack. Chef 23, yes, that's right, Warden Walk, Lizard, and again, getting after these cannons, clearing out all of these buildings in a quick fashion, but notice that this time the Grand Warden took a ton of damage. The Lizard did not do a great job of tanking, so we had to use an Invis spell to get the Warden to heal up just a bit. And again, within about 20 seconds of the beginning of the attack, the Lizard is gone. But notice what we have here. Double walk, double charge, Queen on the right, Warden on the left. That's why he needed more help. He only had a couple of healers. The other healers off with the Archer Queen. And then magically everybody comes together and sings Kumbaya right in the middle of this base. No, but seriously, look at the way this worked out. Look at the perfect funneling from the bottom left and the bottom right as everybody goes up the middle of this base and says hello to the core and the clan castle, and of course the single target Internos that have no chance against a massive grouping of ground troops as they move in with a little bit of spell timing and placement. What? 2 freeze, 2 rages remaining, because notice on the far side, the town hall still alive and well. Double Invis towers. It's not going to help out. The ground units moving so slowly, they are patiently trotting forward, and they have not forgotten about the town hall, as of course it gets wiped out right there. So I don't know, you guys. Again, these are all calculations made by professional players. I'm just here to watch and amaze and wonder why you save a rocket loon for almost the end of the attack, because I don't know. Oh, hey, hold on. Royal Champion again. There you go. See, okay, take one thing away from all of these attacks and you'll know that the Royal Champion coming in late is a strategy that we should all try, because time and time again, she gets crazy value when she wipes out those final buildings and comes from an angle that might otherwise be difficult for the remainder of your troops. There you go. That's one of the prettiest attacks I've ever seen. Okay, let's move on and watch more lizard linguistics as once again, yes, you guessed it, we've got the lizard paired with the Grand Warden, but this time, wait, hold on. Okay, so the Grand Warden not coming in first, no Warden Walk, and oh yes, I remember why, Big Tim. I've got a really important fundamental key to attacking that Big Tim uses right here in this attack, and the reasoning why the Lizard is paired with the Grand Warden that eventually comes in a Lalo style attack. What? That's right, Lalo from the air, yet you're bringing in a Lizard with the Grand Warden. Otherwise, a pretty standard Lalo attack. You'll notice that we're going to be close to 50% before the Lava Hounds and the balloons move in from the bottom left. And there it is. There is your Lizard that is working with the Grand Warden. And it seems to be nonsensical. And okay, fine. Actually, the reason is that Big Tim was going to crush this base so overpoweringly that it didn't matter. And sometimes it's just going to be, hey, I don't really care what the Warden has with him because everybody else is going to do the heavy lifting and we are going to pick up a 3-star. I still think the Lizard should be named Lizzie. What do you guys think? Do you use the Lizard or should it be buffed? Let me know in the comments. Thank you, Galafam, for sticking around all the way to the end of today's episode. Now it is time to get out there and touch grass. Make the best of the rest of your day, week, month, and year. Be kind to other people, animals, and the planet. And I hope to see every last one of you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks. Galadon, I have the perfect name for the lizard. It should be named Peter $17.